Oh, it's a flagstones? Okay. So it's flagstones of Trocaire. That makes sense. It works incredibly well with restore balance. So yeah, with the glare, I just couldn't recognize it. It still doesn't really, to me, look like flagstones, but I guess so. Ardent Please coming down, and if this one is also met with a counterspell, Chucky's in pretty good shape, but if it is not, this is going to be a rough game for him, as he's going to lose both of his creatures and most of his lands. Oh, he accidentally revealed an extra card. I don't know what Chucky's going to do for that, but I think he has to... Hold on, they have to pause. Oh. Slumgar Scorn meets it. Ricochet Trap. In response to the Slumgar Scorn. So, he gets Slumgar Scorn, I believe, move it over to the Ardent Plea. But with the extra revealed card, I'm not sure what's going to happen. But yeah, the more I look at that white producing land, I don't think it's actually flagstones. I think that is a little bit more of a brighter background. So it looks like Judge Rich Evix is at the table. We have two awesome judges today. Our floor judge is Rich Evix. He's a regular at Hometown. He's a long-time Magic player. And the head judge is Audrey Kasilovich. If I said your name wrong, I am so sorry, but I think that's how you say it. And thank you so much to both of you for judging our tournament. We couldn't have done it at all without you, and that is just true, not even just a nice gesture. Without both of you awesome judges, we would have not been able to do this today, so thank you for giving us your Saturday. And thank you to all of you viewers watching, as we couldn't have done this without you watching either. I mean, we could have, but it would be a lot more boring if we didn't have people watching. So, yeah, stay tuned, because in about 16 minutes we're going to be giving away a Grizzle brand from Avacyn Restored, and that is what I want to win it. I don't know about you all, but I certainly want to win it. Looks like the restore balance is going to resolve. Maybe not. I'm not sure what happened. I guess the Ricochet Trap didn't happen. No. Nope, the restore balance happened. It was Misveil Plains. Okay. So that's pretty awesome. I was right on a land. I'm not often right on stuff like that, but Chucky does get to keep two lands. He has a Misveil Plains and a Celestial Colonnade. No. He gets to keep two. There's a Misveil in a mountain. So restore balance should give Chucky an extra land card, which does matter quite a bit. So we're going to try to pause them until they get that taken care of. Hold on. Be right back, guys. I'm going to have to go do this by myself, I think. All right, I am back, and so it is a Miss Vale Plains. What happened was there was a Miss Vale Plains under one of the border posts, and when Restore Balance was cast, Charles should have been able to have 2 lands. Instead, he only kept 1. And right now, the judge is still talking over the players to figure out exactly what happened. But what I think is going to happen is Chucky is going to be able to just take a land out of his graveyard and put it into play. Yeah, there was the also the extra card that was revealed. That was accidental. It looked completely accidental. Cascade, I've done it before and I've gotten warnings. Just revealing extra cards. Like, it happens. It's a mistake that people do. They're just looking for one specific card and they finally hit it when there's only one left and they don't realize it. And they accidentally flip another one, then they see. But he still, Chucky should have called the judge on that. That wasn't my job for that one. But this one was a game state issue, so I went over and intervened. I did knock on the wall and text somebody about the revealed cards, but I'm not sure that it ever came up. So right now they're still trying to resolve this. And in about 11 minutes or so, we're going to give away a Grizzlebrand. I think Audrey might be looking up, or I guess I should say, the head judge will be looking up exactly what to do here, maybe, and maybe that's why, but it looks like he might just concede. That might have just been an actual concession, because, yeah, I'm not sure what just happened, actually. That is true, yeah. Some people play sloppy. Sloppy play is a thing that a lot of players do. I myself do it, like, especially a big thing is shortcutting. Shortcutting is huge in Magic, and sometimes it gets you. So, yeah, I think you might have conceded. We might be going to a third game. I don't even know the game count because this was a mid-round feature match, as in we had already finished our first match. So yeah, this is going to be exciting to watch. Sloppy play is something that's just expected. Okay, so the scenario was, Charles has eight lands or so in play. I don't know the exact number. He had a bunch of lands in play, an Ojutai, and a Snapcaster Mage, and like 5 cards in hand. Scott has 2 cards in hand, 2 lands in play, but one of the lands was tapped and under a border post. I don't think it was intentional. It was just the way that lands get tapped. You notice things. And instead of keeping 2 lands because he had a mountain and a Miss Vale Plains, Charles only kept 1 land because the only one he saw was the mountain. And the Miss Vale Plains was all forgotten under the border post until I went over and said, you guys need to pause, alerted the head judge of the issue, and they took care of it. And I'm not sure exactly what happened. I think that Scott just went ahead and conceded, because he said, I don't mind to concede when I went over there. He said it was a mistake and it wasn't on purpose, because they actually had caught it as I was walking over. So we'll see. It looks like that they're going to game 3. Yeah. Yeah, as I'm sure you all are aware, it is generally better to not just sort of shuffle your hand around, just throw cards out of it, and you know, keep your lands not very visible to your opponent and stuff like that. Just if you play nice and neat, and you'll be fine, and you won't have anything like this. I always try to keep my artifacts separate from my lands. Sometimes I'll put a mana guy like a Llanowar Elf or Noble Hierarch or something in with my lands if I tap them. And honestly, you should not do that, because it's not misleading on purpose, but it is, because, you know, they notice that oh, you have a creature? Oh, that changes everything because it was in your lands, and that's not where, you know, it should be. Even though they do produce mana like the lands, and they are creatures of the woods. So if they're in the forest, you can't really blame them. But either way, it's generally better to just keep your, as you see, your artifacts in one pile, your lands in another, etc., etc., if you insist on stacking your cards like that. But no harm, no foul, even though I believe Scott just conceded that game. It was alright. Thank you to everybody watching. This is going to be fun because in about 7 minutes or something, roughly, we will be giving away a Grizzlebrand. At 3 p.m., we're giving away a Grizzlebrand. In order to win this wonderful prize, you have to, 1, follow us on Facebook, and 1, follow us on Twitch, and 2, like us on Facebook. If you do both of those things, you will be eligible to actually win the prize. If your name is called, and you will, 1, have to message us on Facebook and in the Twitch chat with just your first name, and that we'll be able to match it up with what your name is on Facebook, or your last name, either one that you wish. Just something that would make us know it's you. And if you do that, if you're not a local player, we will mail you the Grizzlebrand free of charge, and it will be probably shipped out on Tuesday, maybe Monday. It depends on if there are eBay shipments that have to be shipped. So it looks like there's going to be a wear tear come down to hit the border post, and the wear took care of it. That might be a land for turn, actually. Flooded Strand. He might cast play the Arid Mace. Yeah, Flooded Strand's going to come down, and Charles is going to pass, and Restore Balance goes down to 5 counters. And I think he's going to put one on top of his deck to remind himself to remove a counter. Yeah, also, I don't think Chucky should have his lands in front anymore. I don't know when that rules change happens and where they're doing it, but I have heard about that one, and that was a recent one. Simian Spirit Guard's going to be exiled from his hand, and we'll see what's going to happen with that. That's going to add a red to his mana pool. So 4 into a Johnny Vengeance. Met by a Mana Leak. And a Crack of the Fetch is going to search up a Steam Vents tapped. Arid Mace is going to come down for Charles.